Hi, welcome to WaW Philippines. If you're familiar with this YouTube channel, by now you would know we feature about either the Korean War or World War II and how it affects the Philippines. But today is a special day. It's Memorial Day, and we shall be featuring a Filipino who served not during the Korean War, not during World War II, but during World War I. And we are here in Imus, Cavite to pay tribute to this man.
We are gathered here today that we may be able to honor and remember military personnel who have died while serving in the United States Armed Forces. In this great sight, we are especially thankful. As we keep in mind, Medal of Honor recipient, U.S. Navy Fireman Second Class Telesforo Trinidad, and his family, for his contribution to the United States Navy and the Navy and the United States of America, and the honor and pride he has brought to all Filipinos.
And welcome to today's Memorial Day ceremony. As we honor the men and women who have died and sacrificed their lives while serving in the United States military. Today, we also honor Medal of Honor recipient Fireman Second Class Telesforo Trinidad.
We, the members of the U.S. Retired Activities Office Cavite and the veterans of Foreign Wars Manila Post 12231, welcome all of you to today's ceremony. I really like to especially mention the newly named U.S. Retired Organization in Baguio City, the Telesforo Trinidad PFW Post 1.
On behalf of our Mayor, Honorable Alex Pingulan, would like to welcome you to the city of Imus sa isang masaysayan, historic city of Cavite. Today, the United States of America commemorates Memorial Day, honoring all fallen military servicemen who not just serve the United States of America. And we are here gathered to pay respect and highest honor to our pride, to our very first Filipino and the very first Asian Medal of Honor recipient.
And throughout history, the story of Filipinos serving the U.S. military is one of valor, sacrifice, and resilience. Filipinos fought alongside the American forces during World War I, showcasing their bravery and dedication on the battlefield. Despite facing discrimination and unequal treatment, Filipino soldiers demonstrated their unwavering loyalty and contributed significantly to the war effort. Despite the challenges they faced both during and after their service, Filipino veterans have earned the respect and admiration of generations, serving as a testament to the enduring bond between the Philippines and the United States. As we reflect on their remarkable journey, let us honor the legacy of Filipino veterans and the likes of which Telesforo Trinidad served during both World Wars, and ensure that their stories of courage and heroism are never forgotten.
As we gather to observe the U.S. Memorial Day, the Philippine Veterans Affairs Office stands in solidarity with America in honoring all military personnel, American, Filipino, and from all backgrounds. As we pay homage to their sacrifices, let us also reflect on the enduring values of selflessness, nationalism, love for humanity that these brave individuals embodied. Today, in particular, we remember the remarkable life of our fellow Filipino Fireman Second Class Telesforo Trinidad. who enlisted in the U.S. Navy in 1910 and became the first Filipino in the U.S. Navy to receive the Medal of Honor.
This is a very important event because it just shows that we do not forget our heroes, our forebears, our ancestors who sacrificed during times of conflict. Whether you are in the U.S. military or in the Philippine military, it's all the same. If you are threatened and if your freedom is threatened, you have to step up. You have to do something to make sure that the freedom that you enjoy, the people enjoy, will be maintained.
In 1901, President McKinley signed an executive order allowing the recruitment of 500 Filipinos in the Navy. Telesforo, as a young man, he heard about the U.S. Navy Insular Force based in Cavite. He enlisted in 1910. 5 years after he enlisted, the 24-year-old Trinidad was serving on board the USS San Diego, Armored Cruiser No. 6. Captain Robertson decided to conduct a 4-hour full-speed endurance and trial to determine the cruiser if they could still maintain an official rated flying speed. At the end of the trial, an obstructed tube of the ship's boilers gave away, creating a chain explosions in the boilers, killing 9 men and injuring several others. While passing through the engine number 4, Trinidad was just in time to catch the explosion on number 3. Telesforo, Trinidad Fireman Second Class, not only received a letter of commendation, but he also received a much prized Medal of Honor award and a gratuity of $100. After the 1915 incident, Trinidad continued to serve in the U.S. Navy during World War I and World War II until his retirement in 1945.
A boiler explosion happened. I just transferred off the ship 1 week, and a boiler explosion with frame cable killed 2 of my shipmates, injuring 8 altogether. 6 survived. 2 are burned beyond recognition. They don't look the same today. So everybody was kindly saying what Petty Officer Trinidad did. You have to understand the courage that it took for that petty officer to walk into hell. The heat and the flames is just, close your eyes and picture hell. He had the courage to walk through that. I would like to thank the Brown Guy Captain for allowing us to redo and help clean up the burial.
Fireman Second Class, Telesforo Trinidad and the family. Let us never forget our brothers and sisters.
That a boiler explosion also is a race against time. A boiler explosion in a ship demands that the watertight floor of the ship should be closed automatically from the bridge. My grandfather is walking through hell and he's running against time. There's a new dimension of his heroism. He's also a veteran. He's also a Medal of Honor awardee. And lastly, he saved the life of Telesforo Trinidad. This is the first time that I would say thank you to this man, because we are all thanking Telesforo, but nobody thanked Mr. Kali for saving Telesforo's life.
Dear God, as we conclude the Memorial Day service, we are so blessed and thankful to have a nation of brave men and women who have greatly sacrificed for our country, such as Fireman Second Class Telesforo Trinidad, who saved his fellow shipmates without regard to his own safety. May we never forget their ultimate sacrifice today and honor their families with appreciation, thanks, and love. Amen.
Naabutan nyo ba yung lolo nyo po?
My grandfather died in 1968. I was born in 1945. I am the oldest son of the oldest son of Telesforo Trinidad. So I should have the longest period with which to interact with him.
So, may I have your name, sir, again?
Manuel Trinidad.
So, ano nakilala nyo ho at nalaman yung Medal of Honor recipient? Ano ho naisip nyo nun?
Wala, matagal na. Medyo matanda na ako nang malaman ko ang value ng Medal of Honor. Akala ko, ordinary medal lang yan. It was only when a journalist from Manila Times came to me asking for information that I learned something about this Medal of Honor.
Alam mo ba kung paano yung process of how the destroyer became named after Telesforo Trinidad?
Officially, no. Okay, I know that what I do know is that there are people that petitioned for it and it was balloted. So essentially, there are several names that compete for the naming of the ship. So it could have been any of the so many people that are lined up for it. So, but the person that really pushed for it the most was the Secretary of the Navy, which is Carlos Del Toro. Now, of course, along with the help of the Filipino community in the United States, former military members, Navy, Air Force, Marines, everybody, they also helped and joined in to petition, so that a ship will be named after Telesforo de la Cruz Trinidad.
And for the heroics of Telesforo Trinidad, of course, he received a Congressional Medal of Honor, the first and only Filipino, I believe, to be a recipient, correct? And he is also the first and only Filipino Navyman who has been named for an American surface warship, in fact. Am I correct?
I think that is true.
Okay, so it's quite an honor, and hopefully the ship, when it's ready, comes to visit here in the Philippines, and we will all be there. Thank you very much.
Can I say something?
Yeah, sure, Deo.
The honor of coming here is for us to be able to honor Telesforo Trinidad. We are so proud of him, not only as a fellow service member, and of course also as a fellow Filipino, as a fellow kababayan. We are very, very proud of him. He brings pride to the United States Navy, the United States of America, but also to all Filipinos worldwide, and to also include all the Asian, Pacific, American islanders that are in the military, in the U.S. military service today.
So despite that, I mean, as you know, there was lots of discrimination, things like that happening during the time, but that did not happen. He was able to receive his an honor. And so that's quite a story in itself.
Yeah, the story was that, in fact, the grandson can tell you, Manny Trinidad, that he joined the Navy, no read, no write. And of course, President McKinley, when it became a U.S. possession, the Philippines, he wanted to recruit 500 Filipino. They were looking for manpower. They were not looking for, unlike today, you got to go test. During that time, they take anybody just to fulfill the manpower. So Manny told me that while he served in the Navy, he had to learn from scratch. writing. And in fact, when his first payday was on the USS San Diego, he always wanted to be at the end of the line.
Because
He did not know how to write. All he would do thumb mark.
okay.
So, and then eventually, and then not only that during that time, he never knew what the significance of the Medal of Honor. To him, oh, it must be a medal, you know. But he didn't know. He didn't know. He thought it was just, hey, thank you for the, here's your medal. But he never knew. Later on, when he had children, if he ever knew that when you're a Medal of Honor recipient, your children, direct appointment to the U.S. Naval Academy or West Point or any of the service academy, yes. He didn't know that. So that was a missed opportunity, a lot of missed opportunities. But I'm glad that he's here. We are honoring him on Memorial Day. So that's good.
Last year's AEPI month, I had the pleasure of naming a future guided missile destroyer after Fireman 2nd Class Telesforo Trinidad, the only Filipino in the U.S. Navy to be awarded the Medal of Honor. This past January, we celebrated the future USS Telesforo Trinidad at the Capitol with retired and active duty service members, senior executives, civilian employees, and government leaders to celebrate the growing accomplishments from the Filipino-American community and to honor the heroic actions of Fireman 2nd Class Trinidad.
Deo, again, thank you for this opportunity and the certificate. Surprise.
Thank you, Bong Aguilar, and thank you to WaW Philippines for helping us cover the Memorial Day celebration and honoring of Medal of Honor recipient Telesforo de la Cruz Trinidad here in Imus, Cavite. We really appreciate it.
The USS Telesforo Trinidad with pennant number DDG-139 is a guided missile destroyer of the United States Navy.
Stand Navy out to sea.